Hey, Dennis here. Happy Easter, everybody. He is risen, is he not? He is risen indeed. I'm going to bring you some more stats and facts from the Bible, and there are always wonderful things to be found in the true, sure, and eternal Word of God. Sometimes the nuggets of gold are right there easily seen, and yet other times they have to sort of be dug for, if you know what I mean. Every page is full of treasures of wisdom. But I am not actually seeking words of wisdom this time. Not that I know enough already, because I'm not wise, and I'm always should be seeking God's wisdom. But this time here, so much, I'm just looking at some interesting facts. For example, do you know who is the most often mentioned woman in the Bible? I sort of thought it might be Jesus' mother, Mary, and actually, though, it is Sarah in the Old Testament. She's spoken of 56 times, whereas Mary is only mentioned 19 times. And then grandmother Eve is mentioned 4 times by name, and 2 of these instances were in the New Testament. Let me ask you the same of the men of the Bible. Now here I'll exclude Jesus, as he was obviously the most mentioned. But here I would have chosen one of my favorite figures, and that being Joseph. But you know what? I would have been wrong again. Actually, it is David, with an incredible 1,085 mentions. Moses came in a rather distant second, with 740 mentions. Let's take a look at the long and short of it. The longest book is Psalms, which contains 2,461 verses in 150 chapters. The shortest is the second epistle of John and contains only 13 verses. Pretty much most of us know the shortest verse. It's found in John 11:35, which simply reads, Jesus wept. And that event occurred when Jesus beheld the sepulchre in which Lazarus was laid to rest. I had not an inkling as to what was the shortest prayer in the Bible, and it proves that prayer need not be long and lovely words to have power and to be answered. And the prayer was simple, Lord save me, and is found in Matthew 14:30, and it's Peter's prayer when he begins to sink after trying to walk on the water. For the Old Testament book, most often referred to or quoted in the New Testament, I would have thought Psalms. But I would have been wrong again. I'm not batting a very good average here, am I? As the honor goes to the book of Isaiah, Isaiah is quoted or referred to 419 times. And my choice, Psalms, would be number 2 with 414 mentions, so I wasn't too awfully far off. Let's close this out with this one. What New Testament book relies on the most Old Testament books? This one has rather surprised me. It is Revelation, which quotes or refers to passages from 32 books of the Old Testament. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this. I'm sure I have. Be watching for even more facts and stats from the Bible. And again, remember to have an awesome, awesome, awesome Easter. And remember that He is risen indeed.